Good evening and welcome to the Ripon Channel for Ripon High School boys basketball here tonight. We are at Ripon High School, the Tigers Den, and it is tournament time as the Ripon Tigers will be hosting the Purple Raiders of Two Rivers High School in this regional basketball game here tonight. The Ripon Tigers have finished the season, the regular season, I should say, with a record of 8-16. The Two Rivers Purple Raiders finished their regular season with a record of 7-17. The winner of this game tonight moves on to play at Brillion on Friday night, and unfortunately, the losers' season is over, but that's why they call it March Madness, and we are here in the month of March. I'm Lind Krause. Glad to have you on the Ripon Channel, along with my partner tonight, Kirsten Sauerbrei. Kirsten is the girls' head coach here at Ripon High School. And Kirsten, we're glad to have you along here tonight.
Yeah, happy March.
It is, and it's a boys basketball game here tonight, the tournament. But before we get to talking a little bit about Ripon High School boys, let's talk about your experience, your first year as the girls' high school coach. You got kind of a late start. Tell us how that all developed.
Yeah, so I was living down in Indiana. I'm working for the Fort Wayne Tin Caps. Had an internship down there for marketing and community relations. And this job, obviously, for the Ripon High School girls basketball head coach opened up, and I had Bill Kinzinger reach out to me and just, see if I'd maybe be interested. And at the time, I really didn't know what I was going to do next. So I was like, well, think about it. Well, of course, I ended up applying, and good old Ripon brought me right back here. And so I moved back to Ripon in October, started in November, so I had about a month with the girls, which, let me tell you, if there's something that to be the most proud of is knowing all those girls' names in such a short period of time, and just getting to know them, has been such a blessing. But this journey has been full circle. I mean, getting to play here, on this home court, and now getting to coach girls and, to make them the best player and best version of themselves they can be. It's been absolutely fantastic. I've had a wonderful coaching staff supporting me this whole entire time, and I'm really excited for what the future has to hold. And
in addition to that, not only did you play here on this court, but you played college basketball. Tell us something about that.
Yeah, so I went to Lakeland University and played college basketball all 4 years. That started out with COVID, actually, so I got to play with the good old mask on, and man, that was... Not only is the court 10 feet longer, but playing basketball with the mask on and the court being longer, let me tell you, I got in the best shape of my life. I mean, that was something. But yeah, just a blessing to be able to play all 4 years at Lakeland University, and got to set a three-point record at my school, and something that I'm just really proud of, and show that like hard work can really get you to so many places in life. And now to be able to take what I did at both the high school and college level and give it back has just been awesome.
Okay, fantastic. We'll talk a little bit more about your experiences as the game goes on, when we have some breaks, and get your opinions on a few things here. Well, you probably watched the Ripon Tiger boys, as I have, throughout the season. They've been a little bit up, a little bit down, but the one thing I will say is their offense and defense has been kind of even. They've improved as the season goes along. They're averaging 64 points on the offensive end, whereas Two Rivers, they've had a struggle during the season. They've averaged only 45 points a game during the season. As you've watched the Ripon High School boys tonight, what are some of the things that have stood out to you as they've improved from, the first game all the way to what we see here tonight?
Yeah, I think their tempo that they bring to the game is huge. I mean, if they can really push and, look to get easy layups up ahead is huge. I know this team, Two Rivers, that they're playing tonight, they got some taller guys. I think that's going to be huge for them. If they can really push up, get some easy layups, that's what's going to come down to. I think a lot of success that they have this season ultimately is because they get those easy looks, and they just have the basketball in their hands more than the other team does. And I think during March, any team, you want the basketball in your hands more than the other team, so you can have the most offensive looks as possible.
One of the things that I was a little surprised to hear tonight was Brett Kastenschmidt, the sophomore for Ripon, is going to get the start here tonight. And I kind of think not only has he improved as the season has gone along, he's played more minutes, he's become more comfortable as a young player, but also to offset some of Two Rivers' height with their 6'7" player a senior by the name of Xander Kupar. So that kind of interested me a little bit about Kastenschmidt getting the start.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, as someone, a coach myself, it's nothing more rewarding than rewarding the people that work hard. And obviously he stepped up into this role and he's earned this spot tonight. And I'm really excited to see kind of how he, takes on that challenge of not only getting a start, but a lot more minutes than he's been seeing. And that's the best time as a player. Like, step up into the role that your coach is trusting you to be in and show what you've got.
Now, you as a coach have also played some underclassmen. What are some of the challenges that underclassmen have that perhaps seniors don't?
Yeah, I think it's just years of experience, right? Like, playing at the high school level, it's a little bit faster. You might have more plays. Offense might be a little bit, you want to move the ball a little bit faster than they're used to. And so just adjusting to that, when you have a senior that has experience, they kind of know what it's like to run up and down the court, play at that pace. And so as a freshman, you have to be able to adjust to that and play with those other, upper level people.
Okay, very good. Well, we're just about ready to get going here. The band is playing. We want to thank Sam Erickson and the band as they're doing that. Both teams are warming up. We're about 9 minutes away from the tip-off. Earlier, I had an opportunity to sit down with head coach Andy Bradley for a little pregame, and he gave us some good information, and we talked about a few other things and about the season as well. Let's take these few minutes and listen to that interview right now. Good evening and welcome to the Ripon Channel. I'm Lynn Krause with Ripon High School boys head coach Andy Bradley before the Division III regional game between the Ripon Tigers and the Two Rivers Purple Raiders here on the Tigers' home court. And Coach Bradley, thanks for taking the time with us before the game here tonight. First question I want to ask you, and I don't really know how all this works, but the seedings, you had mentioned Ripon hasn't had a home game in a while.
Yep.
And I think you said 2020?
2020, I believe, yep.
So how do the seedings work, and who determines all of the seedings? Because me as a fan and have done the games, I've never really quite understood how that works.
Yeah, there's a lot that kind of goes back into it, but it's basically computer generated, so it goes off comparable teams, how you finished in the conference, and then you just kind of get placed off of that. But you're in a region, and there's certain teams in that are already made up in that region, and then that's how they get seeded. So how you do in your conference, and then comparable teams, points for, points against, all that stuff kind of gets figured in. So if you got a tight race, then it drops down to the next metric as to how it works. So.
Okay. Well, the Tigers this season, they finished 8 wins, 16 losses. Two Rivers, 7 wins, 17 losses. They play in the Eastern Wisconsin Conference. They went 6-8 in that conference. Conference was won by Brillion. Can you give us a little background on that Eastern Wisconsin Conference? Do you know much about it?
Not a ton. I mean, it's very similar to our conference. I mean, some of the teams we've played have played some of those teams in that conference. Kiel's in that conference, and I believe Kiel beat Amro by 1, and obviously we lost to Amro in overtime. So, I mean, you can kind of do some checks and balances there, but very, very similar to us. Brillion won that conference 21-3, and then the winner of this game gets Brillion in the next round. So yeah. Okay.
Now, for your Ripon Tigers, the last game that you had last week, must have played pretty well. Lost to Berlin, though, 78-71. So what's the attitude? What's the feeling coming into this tournament game?
Yeah, we're playing good basketball. We're finally healthy, which is huge. I mean, we've been having sickness for a good month and a half. Our starting lineups have changed, dramatically. And now we've had a 3-game stretch now where we've had, consistent players being healthy. So we're playing good basketball right now. So I'd like to say we're going to keep it rolling tonight.
Now, as far as scoring goes, you have two players, Blake Bradley, Tyler Brewer. One's 19 points a game, one's 16 points a game. Was that something that you were was your goal as the season went along to kind of get them even?
I mean, balance is huge because then you can't just key on one player. So we've been having more balanced scoring, which is great. We've had other guys even stepping up as well. We had Brett Kassenschmidt. He scored 7 against Berlin. Logan Polish had 7 against Berlin. So we got other guys that are starting to take shots, and they're starting to make shots now. So it's making us more dynamic offensively, which is huge for us.
Now, Two Rivers, they seem to have struggled on the offensive end all season long.
Yep.
They only average 45 points a game. Their defense is pretty good, though, only giving up 59, whereas the Tigers, about 50-50. You're averaging 64 points a game, giving up 67. So Is that a fair statement? Two Rivers has just struggled on the offensive end this season?
Yeah, they're senior. They start 5 seniors. So, I mean, yeah, they're a good basketball. Records can be deceiving. So, I mean, any given night, somebody can beat somebody. So we got to come ready to play. But yeah, they play good defense. They got a 6'7" kid, so keeping him off the boards is going to be huge. And then just holding them to one shot opportunity. They kind of like Dick Bennett. I mean, they'll run their offense until they're blue in the face. They want a great shot, and they'll keep back screening, cross screening until they get a great one. So we got to play defense, and then we got to hold them to that one shot because obviously you can't score without the basketball. So
now one of the other stats that kind of just really stuck out to me was Two Rivers also struggles on taking care of the ball. Will we see some pressure tonight? They average 21 turnovers a game.
Yeah, it is very, very possible. We're not going to start in any type of pressure, but obviously we kind of want to see how they're going to defend us and kind of work out the kinks that way. But you very, very well could see pressure tonight.
Now, if there's one key that to the game that you would kind of focus on, what would it be?
Honestly, it's going to be rebounding to hold them to one shot because obviously you just don't want to keep playing defense the whole game. So hold them to one shot and then get out in transition. They have a tendency to kind of lollygag back on defense. So if we can get that rebound and push it out and get some easy, quick layups, we're going to do it.
Now, your leading rebounders, you got Bradley at 6, Brewer and Donovan at 5. The one thing about Donovan I wanted to ask you, I'm sure it's very important to keep him out of foul trouble.
Yeah, we had 4 guys foul out against Berlin. So, yeah, keeping kids out of foul trouble is going to be huge tonight, too.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
Now, this is your second season, and I guess I'll ask you, how is the second season, as you've gone through it, different from your first season?
It's better now because I was able to plan like summer stuff and kind of work things into our summer program that we're taking over obviously into the season. So again, that's going to be another big thing next year is, planning a lot of summer stuff and then keeping these kids engaged all summer to keep basketball and keep pushing things. We got good things going here at Ripon basketball. I mean, JV2 squad finishing at 14-2. And then the JV1 squad having a winning record as well. So we got a lot of pieces of the puzzles coming back, and we just got to keep pushing forward and keep grinding.
My next question was somewhere into that same vein. After the season ends, which let's hope it isn't tonight,
yep.
I imagine a basketball coach's job isn't really done. It just kind of shifts to a different area.
Yep.
What are some of those areas that you do from, say, March up until September?
Yeah, so obviously once the season gets done, you got to get in the weight room. So we got a weight room program. We got Noah, who's our weightlifting trainer guy. He does a great job with the kids. And then it's, like I said, it's planning summer stuff. So the WIAA changed it this year where you can have contact with your players now the whole month of June and then for 3 weeks in July. So you can work on practices, you can have tournaments, and we can actually coach them where before you only had 1 week where you were able to coach your kids. So now we can coach them for, almost 2 months, and we're going to take full advantage of that.
Now, as far as the community support tonight, let's hope we have a full gym.
Let's hope so.
All right. Well, Coach, I wish you well and good luck tonight against the Two Rivers Purple Raiders. The winner of this game then plays at Brillion. Is that on Friday night?
That'll be Friday. Yep.
Friday night.
Yep.
Okay.
You got it.
Well, best of luck and go Tigers.
All right. Thanks again for covering us tonight.
And we want to thank Coach Bradley for taking the time with us. And we will be back, myself and Kirsten Sauerbrei, with the rest of the pregame and the start of tonight's tip-off. All right, welcome back, and thank you for joining us here on the Ripon Channel with Kirsten Sauerbray. I'm Lynn Krause. Sorry that the interview went a little long, but the game started 2 minutes early. I had timed it out so that would not happen, but it did anyway. Regardless, the Tigers are up 3-0 on a Blake Bradley three-point basket. Since then, it's been up and down a little bit with nobody scoring any baskets. And Kirsten, we have a foul there. What have you seen in these first couple of minutes between these two teams?
Yeah, I feel like the pace it's not super fast. I think they both are taking the ball up and down the court. I think Ripon's doing a good job in and out, getting looks. And at the end of the day, getting to the free throw line, which is going to be crucial for tonight's game. And
it's Tyler Brewer at the free throw line who hits the first free throw for Ripon's 4th point. Brewer on the season, by the way, is an 82% free throw shooter. So he's pretty much money as at the free throw line, and he hits both of them. So now the Tigers are up 5-zip, and we are going to have a 30-second timeout. 16 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in this first half. The Tigers are up 5-0. That gives us an opportunity to thank Hy-Vee for sponsoring our broadcast here tonight on the Ripon Channel. My friend the Hammer, he took care of things, and we certainly appreciate it. And I know, Kirsten, you appreciate that as well.
Absolutely.
So
love that.
So Hy-Vee, our sponsor tonight, and we certainly thank you. The Tigers, by the way, started this way. Brett Kastenschmidt, the sophomore, Tyler Brewer, the junior, Devin Donovan, junior, Blake Bradley, sophomore, Logan Polash, senior. For Two Rivers, they're the Purple Raiders. Dayton Glant, a senior, Noah Shilcox, a senior, Trayton Malik, a senior, Henry Mata, senior, and Xander Kupar, the 6'7" senior. So 5 seniors for the Raiders. Raiders have the ball. Tigers in, looks like a man-to-man defense here. Into that left corner for a 3 all season long. That has been automatic, and Trayton Malik hits it. So it's 5-3 now with Ripon coming up. Bradley with it, right side of the free throw line, shuffles all the way to the left. Bradley again now from Polash, drives the lane, block, but we're going to have a foul. And let's see who the foul is going to be on. It's going to be on Shilcox, number 12, his first. Bradley will get 2 free throws. He's a 79% free throw shooter, and he makes the first one. One thing, Kirsten, that Two Rivers does not want to get into, and that's foul trouble, especially with their big guy, Kupar, the 6'7" senior. Second one, good. So the Tigers off to a good start here, leading 7-3. Bringing the ball up now. That is Glant. Goes over to the left side. Donovan there. Over to the right side now with Kupar. Top of the circle. Shuffling the ball around the outside. Nice move there by Kupar, but looks like he traveled.
It's good to see Cash getting put on, their biggest player. I'm really able to show his defense tonight, and at the end of the day, good defense right there.
It was. Caused a turnover, the first one of the game. And now the Tigers the other way. Coming in was Cameron Grenier after that timeout. He drives to the basket. Holds to the basket. Nice. Lays it up for Cameron Grenier. Found an opening, and away he went. 9-3 Tigers. Here's Malik with it on the wing. Over to the right side, Mott. Now back to the left. Doing a nice cut there was Malik, but he came into some trouble, had to bring it back out. Glant with it. Now out to Kupar, goes left. Donovan's on him. He passes the ball over to the right side. Now to Shilcox in that right corner, but brings it back out. Ripon defense looks like they're doing a good job keeping the Raiders away from the basket. There's a turnaround air ball. Kastenschmidt the rebound. To Bradley. Goes down to the baseline left side. Tries to back in. Lost his balance. But got it to Donovan. To Brewer inside to Donovan. And Donovan lost control of it, onto the floor. A couple of players, no foul called, but Two Rivers gets the turnover.
I think that's just some players wanting to hustle after the ball. You can't.
It was a loose ball for sure. There's a three missed by Shilcox. Brewer the rebound to Bradley the other way quickly. He backs into the free throw line. Now drives left side. Donovan to Grenier, and he traveled. That's one thing, Kirsten. You see some travels where the kids aren't putting the ball down before they take their first few steps. So whether that's nerves or not, I don't know. But it is a 30-second timeout with 13 minutes, 24 seconds to go in the first half. And Kirsten, Ripon starting off on a good note here, 9-3. What have you seen for the Tigers that have let them get out to this lead?
Yeah, I think they're playing great defense. I mean, you can tell they're communicating down below. They're really working around the screens that Two Rivers is setting and staying with their player. And, you know, the last shot Two Rivers took was a contested shot, and, you know, they couldn't finish it. So Tigers can keep that up. They'll see success tonight.
And Ripon's man-to-man defense seems to be keeping the Purple Raiders beyond the three-point line.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with their height. That's what you got to do. Got to keep them out of the paint.
So Two Rivers took the timeout. Each team with a timeout now, so each school with 4 timeouts remaining in the game. Here's Glant with it on the wing right side. Brewers guarding him. Goes cross court once again now to Shilcox. Tries to go to the corner, and the ball is turned over. Glant couldn't control, so that's a turnover. The Tigers get it back. Looks like, well, we have a sub now. It's going to be Tyson Yang in for Two Rivers. I thought for an instant that Two Rivers was going to meet Ripon at half court, but they have backed off now. The Tigers, they average 15 turnovers a game. Right now, only they have 2, so we'll see. Here's Bradley, baseline. Takes a little step there, and he puts it up and in. Tough shot, but Bradley puts it down. So now it's 11-3 Ripon. Yang over here now to Shilcox on the wing. Donovan guarding him. Yang gets it back into that left corner. Circles it all the way around. It's Colton Piles into the game too, the number 40. He's a junior. Good sturdy fellas at Piles, I'll tell you that. He's got the ball now. Donovan's on him. That could be a battle maybe we watch for rebounds. Cross court. Left side 3, good. Nice shot by Noah Shilcox. 2 shots that have gone in for the Purple Raiders, both threes. And Two Rivers needed that.
Looks like Two Rivers is in a zone now.
Going to the zone. Right side is Donovan. Brewer. We'll see, it was Kastenschmidt in the middle. Grenier takes a 3, misses, gets his own rebound back, gets it to Bradley. His 3's no good, may have been partially blocked. So the Purple Raiders will bring it up. Caddo now. Around the circle, there's Yang on the wing. Hands it off to Shilcox. Caddo. Glant. Piles. Piles is going to make a move. Oh, it looked like he traveled. No call. Now from the 3 from the left side. It's an air ball, no good. Donovan picks up the loose ball, and the rebound goes to Brewer. Brewer to Grenier, but it's knocked away. Nice defense by Dayton Glant. Now for Ripon coming in is Cumber, Landon Garrett, and Carson Kaiser. So Ripon trying to move that ball quickly down the court. Oh, what a nice play on the inbound. It's Kaiser, gets it to Brewer, and he puts it up and in. Nice play.
I think the more Ripon can move the ball around tonight, they're going to have more opportunities to score, and that's a true testament to it right there.
There's Piles on a post-up. He makes the basket, drew the foul. Kirsten, that is a mismatch. You've got Piles, who's over 200 pounds, and guarding him is Landon Garrett. He's lucky if he's $150. And Garrett got the foul, his first, team's first, and it could be a 3-point play, and it is for Colton Piles. So we'll have to see that, if that defense-offense matchup changes. Here's Kaiser with it now, going to drive, but gives it to Garrett. Bounce pass to Bradley, who cut through the lane. Garrett again. Brewer. Bradley for three. Good money for Blake Bradley, his second of the game. And the Tigers lead it now 16-9. Ripon shooting well as well early.
Yes.
There's a long three, left wing, no good. And Cumber gets the rebound. Goes over to Bradley across the timeline to Brewer. Drives left baseline. Brings it back to Bradley, also on the baseline, and it's a blocking foul. And it's Colton Piles with his first and the team's third. Returning to the lineup, Logan Polash for Ripon. Brewer will go out.
I think Ripon's doing a good job adjusting to the zone, looking to get it inside, but also kick out and get different looks here.
Try and watch for the cutter as they cut across the lane. Or sometimes they'll have a post up as well. At this point, they're just kind of cutting through. This is Polash with it now, going to direct traffic. Kaiser's at the free throw line, didn't get the ball though. He does now, outside the three on left wing. Finds Cumber underneath, goes to Bradley at the free throw line, and he put it up and in. Kirsten, that's good ball movement.
It's great ball movement. That's what you want to do against the zone, and I'll be surprised if Two Rivers stays in it much longer if they continue that up.
18-9, Ripon has doubled up the Purple Raiders. On the wing left side, it's Yang with it, knocked out of his hand by Bradley. Delivers or dribbles into that left corner. Shilcox now, he's going to stop, goes back to Yang. They were playing catch there. Shifted to the other side. Glant. Now he will pass it out on top to Cato. This is Yang on the wing. Cato underneath. Not a very good pass. He tries to save it, and Yang was out of bounds. That was a very ingenious save behind the back, but it did not work. So that also gives us a timeout. I'm not used to having so many timeouts early in this game. 9:08 remaining in this first half. It's Ripon 18, Two Rivers 9. Two Rivers has taken two timeouts, and Two Rivers doesn't look comfortable on the offensive end.
No, it doesn't seem like they can really get a flow of their offense yet, so let's see what they do here coming out of this timeout.
So I don't know if it's the Tigers' man-to-man defense or what it is, but yeah, Two Rivers just hasn't gotten into the flow of the game. They've hit 2 threes, and then they had a three-point play by Colton Piles for their 9 points, whereas Ripon has done a good job with some ball movement. Blake Bradley has scored early. He's already got 12 points out of the 18. And Brewer, he's got 4. Cameron Grenier with the other 2. So as you mentioned, Kirsten, the ball movement for Ripon has been very good. We'll also see if the Purple Raiders change their defense.
I did see on the defensive end for Ripon, they switched that matchup real quick. And
did they? With Garrett and
yes.
Piles, yeah. Not a surprise.
That was a one and done, and figured it out.
All right, so here we go with Kaiser with the ball over to Polash. And Kirsten, you're right. They went back to the man-to-man defense, it looked like, there for Two Rivers. The shot was no good underneath. Yang got the rebound, and the Raiders come down the other way. Right off the leg of Gavin Cato, and you can't have turnovers like that. So Ripon will get the ball back. Let's see, who came into the game? Brewer returned to the game now. And I think it was, I'm not sure who took a seat. I'll take a look. But nonetheless, Brewer's in. That's Bradley, baseline left. Nice dish to Donovan, but he missed the layup. The rebound comes out, though, to the Purple Raiders. Piles, Donovan with a steal, and he's going to lay it up and in. That's a confidence builder for Devin Donovan, who's not always comfortable with the ball in his hands.
Absolutely. I mean, he comes and misses a little bunny and then gets a steal on defense. That's good basketball right there. And
almost another steal by Polash. And the ball goes out of bounds, but it will remain with the Purple Raiders. Reed Stolfus will come into the game now for the Tigers, and Kaiser goes out. 8:07 remains in the first half. Ripon with a lead of 20-9. And the Purple Raiders, nice cut there by Eng. No shot though, he gets it back. Oh, a nice cut down the baseline. Shot up no good by Trayton Malik, but he was fouled and will get 2 free throws. That offensive possession looked a little better for the Raiders, what we've seen early on.
Yeah, they've been trying to set that ball screen up, at the elbow and trying to get a look out of it. And Ripon's done a good job of taking it away. And there, Ripon just couldn't get around the screen fast enough. And Logan had to step over and ultimately fouled him.
Polash's first, team second. And the second free throw goes, though, for Trayton Malik. So it's 20-10. Here's Brewer for the Tigers, goes over to Bradley. He backs up. Stolfus with it on the wing. Nice cut by Polash, takes a jumper at the free throw line. It was partially blocked. Donovan got the offensive rebound though. Got it to Bradley, little floater, no good. Brewer tip up, no good. Bradley again, no good. But Blake Bradley got the foul. And the Tigers doing well on the offensive boards.
Yes.
The foul is going to be Noah Shilcox, his second, team's fourth. Blake Bradley, 2 free throws. Ripon's 4 out of 4 at the free throw line, make it 5 out of 5. As a team, the Tigers shoot 69% at the free throw line, which isn't really awful. What is usually the goal? 70, 75 for a high school team, or what is it usually?
Yeah, I would say 75 is decent. I mean, you want to be a good free throw shooter. I think you're shooting over, 80. You're shooting around 85%, if not over. So I think if they could get to 75, that'd be ideal.
Turnover. Good defense by the Tigers. Ripon gets it back. There's Brewer at the free throw line. Going to dip it off, though, to Polash in that right corner. Couple of dribbles, and his pass goes awry, out of bounds. But it was touched first by Two Rivers' Dayton Glant, so Ripon will retain possession. That looked like Ripon was a little confused on who was supposed to get the ball.
Yeah.
But the Tigers retain possession, and Bradley will bring it up. Going to stop at the free throw line, goes to Brewer, little drive down the lane, up and in for Tyler Brewer. He had a lane right down Watson Street, and he put it up on the left side. So here comes Two Rivers now the other way, struggling on the offensive boards and the offense. But I just mentioned offensive boards. There's a nice rebound by Xander Cooper, the 6'7 senior, and he put it in after the missed 3. Now Bradley the other way. He comes to the hoop. Didn't make the shot. Rebound to Dayton Glant. Ripon still up by 12. And we'll see if the Purple Raiders can get some offense going, as Ripon's defense has done a nice job. Turning around out there was Malik, and there's a turnover. The 7th already for the Purple Raiders. Here's Polash. Drives into the lane, goes underneath. Donovan's wide open again, and he lays it up and in on the left side.
It's great offensive movement by Ripon.
Two Rivers has not been able to figure out the Tigers' offense, either with a man-to-man defense or a zone, and Ripon has jumped out here to a 26-12 lead. And Two Rivers has struggled on the offense. Eng had it. It goes around on the right side now to Glant, to Kupar on the wing on the left. Bradley's guarding him. Hands it off to Glant again. It just goes right around the circle. Nice cut down the middle there by Eng, but he traveled with the ball and another turnover. If it isn't struggling on the offense, it's turnovers, as 21 turnovers a game for Two Rivers is what they average. They've got 8 here early in this half. Ripon averaging 15 turnovers. They only have 2. They've done well. And that also makes a big difference on the offensive end if you're not turning the ball over.
Absolutely.
Here's Brewer driving the hoop, and he put it up and in and drew the foul. A nice strong move by Tyler Brewer, taking it to the hoop. And that's one thing we have seen here in this first half, Ripon's aggressiveness on the offense. The foul's on Xander Kupar, his second, team's fifth. And Brewer will get one free throw after the made basket. And it's up and in for Tyler Brewer. He's had a nice first half, 9 points. Ripon has yet to miss a free throw as well, 7 out of 7. Here we come the other way for Two Rivers. And we're going to have an offensive foul on, looks like an illegal screen set up by the Purple Raiders. And the Tigers will get the ball again. This time the foul's on Gavin Caddo. His first, team sixth. So Brewer will bring it up for Ripon. Polash gets a cut down the lane. Looks like he traveled. He lost his footing, and his back was to the basket, and he tried to turn around and just couldn't quite do it. So he'll come out of the game, and looks like Cameron Grenier comes in for Ripon. Come the Purple Raiders over to the right side. Into that corner is Yang with it. Takes a drive to the lane, turns around, little floater behind, no good. Goes out of bounds to the Tigers. And Bradley will bring it up after he gets the inbound from Grenier. Nice cut there by Kastenschmidt. Gets it to Eric Cumber. Back to Kastenschmidt off glass. Good for Brett Kastenschmidt, the sophomore. And Kirsten, we talked about how much more comfortable he is on the floor, not only on the offensive end, but defensive end. He's had a good second half of the season.
Yes.
Here we go now with the Purple Raiders into that left corner. Making a drive, little turnaround, finding Yang in that right corner. No shot though. Caddo with it. Cross-court pass for a three, and he drains it. Nice shot by Trayton Malik. He's got 2 threes here tonight. And Brewer lost control of the dribble on a turnover, and the Purple Raiders come screaming the other way. Top of the key, over to the right side. 3, in and out, no good by Henry Mott. Tigers the rebound. Here they come. Grenier at the free throw line, and he travels. Looks like he either wanted to pass it or stop and shoot. He didn't really, he was kind of caught in between.
Yeah.
So with the turnover, there's 3:32 remaining in the first half. The Tigers, comfortable lead right now, 31-15. There's Yang in the right corner. One dribble, hands the ball off, and there's another travel. We've seen a lot of travels here, Kirsten.
A lot of travels. I'd like to say it's the jitter still, but I mean, there's 3 minutes left in the first, and the jitter should be out by now.
So I don't know. I guess you have to work on individual dribbling skills, I suppose, to stop the traveling or something. I guess I really don't know. But here's Brewer. Dips it off to Donovan. That is Garrett for 3. Off the rim, no good. And Donovan, the offensive rebound, gets it to Kastenschmidt, who drives on the left side, lays it up and in. What a nice play. And a nice move by Brett Kastenschmidt. Now Two Rivers. Left side, top of the key with it is Glant. Yang on the wing. Making a move was Caddo. Couple of dribbles, left corner, now driving that baseline, shot up, no good, was Trayton Malik, and we're gonna have a foul on the Tigers. Malik will shoot 2 free throws. The Tigers foul is gonna be on Landon Garrett. That is his second, but only the team's third of the half. And the free throw is no good by Trayton Malik. Been a quick first half, but nobody's in the bonus yet, although Two Rivers, the next foul, will put Ripon in the bonus. And that usually makes for a quick half when there's not a lot of fouls.
Yes.
Malik the second. Good. Trayton Malik's had a good first half. He has 8 points. Half of Two Rivers' points. There's a turnover and a bad pass. And quickly the other way, left corner 3, good! The shot by Noah Shilcox, That's his second 3 of the game. And Ripon not taking care of the ball there for a little bit, but now Blake Bradley on the baseline, little floater, puts it up and in and settles things down for the Tigers offensively.
I'll be curious to see what the Tigers start to do. I mean, half of their points have come from 3 for Two Rivers, and they're doing a good job keeping them out of the paint, but now how do you take away the three-point line as well and really stop them from scoring all over the court?
Well, we'll see. The one thing, Kirsten, is that they have a 16-point lead, so that ought to help a little, I guess, huh?
Yes.
But you never know. If Two Rivers gets hot, Ripon turns the ball over. The score can change in a hurry. Now there's Bradley with a 3 off the back of the rim, and the rebound nicely done by Piles as he beat Donovan for the board. And now Two Rivers comes the other way, just as you talked about, Kirsten. There's Yang. He had the ball, almost lost it. There's a 3, and another 3 is good. Just what you said. Look out. That 3 by Noah Shilcox, his 3rd.
I think it's good to have a lead, but you can't get comfortable. You want to continue to build on that lead to keep scoring points, so you feel comfortable throughout the whole game.
And there was almost another turnover by the Tigers. Some bad passing, but Carson Kaiser drives to the basket. Couldn't make the shot, and Two Rivers gets the ball again with another 3, and he hit it again. Noah Shilcox on fire. 4 threes here in this first half. And don't look now, it's only a 10-point lead for Ripon. Now Polash drives into the lane. Little jumper from 13 feet, no good. Bradley the rebound, up, no good, but he drew a foul. So, Kirsten, I got to ask, is Ripon's defense becoming lax, or is Two Rivers just, they got hot?
Yeah, I think it might be a little bit of both, honestly. I think Ripon has gotten a little bit too comfortable. Now knowing that, number 12, he's hit 4 threes now. I mean, you got to start to take that away. 18 of their 25 points have come from outside the three-point line. So at halftime, Ripon really needs to adjust and especially take him away, because if he's hot and he's going to stay hot, it's not looking too good.
The funny thing is, it's one of those games where you don't want halftime to be here, because he's pretty hot, that Noah Shilcox, and you never know what halftime does. Bradley makes both free throws, so Ripon back to a double-digit lead here at 37-25. It was 18 points at one time, got down to 10, now at 12. 35 seconds remain in the half. Here's Yang driving the basket left side, lays it up and in. What a nice move by Tyson Yang. So now the Tigers the other way with 25 seconds. Oh, Bradley to the hoop. Nice drive, and Tyler Brewer found him and put it up and in for Blake Bradley. So now we're at 15 seconds with the Purple Raiders. Yang has it. Free throw line stops. We're at 7. Long 3, no good. Rebound to Stolfus with 3 seconds. Brewer half court. Oh, and he was fouled. Oh, a not smart foul there right at the buzzer, and Brewer's going to get 3 free throws. Boy, as a coach, you hate to see that.
Yeah, that's when the time is running down, it's like, don't foul, right? And now he gets, 3 free throws and going into halftime.
Trayton Malik on the foul, his first. It's the team's 8th. Brewer does make the first free throw. Ripon has not missed a free throw this first half. They're 10 out of 10. And Brewer makes the next one. And he will get one more. Again, we're at halftime, and he makes that one. Wow. So that ends the half. It was just 37-27 a moment ago, but the Tigers hit a shot by Bradley, and then at the buzzer, Brewer was fouled, got 3 free throws to make it 42-27 at the half, and the Tigers, Kirsten, have to be pretty happy about that. So let's check the scoring here. First off, for the Two Rivers Purple Raiders, 27 points. We've got Tyson Yang with 4, Noah Shilcox 12, Trayton Malik 8, Xander Kupar 2, and Colton Piles with 3. For the Tigers with 42 points here, they have Brett Kastenschmidt with 4, Tyler Brewer has 12. Devin Donovan 4. Blake Bradley has 20 in the first half. Cameron Grenier has 2. Interesting enough, Kirsten, the Tigers, not always, but generally you would see more than 2 3-point baskets made by Ripon, but that's all they have in the first half with Blake Bradley, all 2s, whereas Two Rivers, they have, 4, 6 3-point made baskets in that first half, and interestingly enough, Two Rivers only shoots 30% from threes, but tonight, much better.
Yeah, I think when Two Rivers went to their zone, it allowed Ripon to have more outside shots available compared to when they are in their man. And then on the other end, Ripon stays in their man and has been doing a good job, like we said, keeping them out of the paint. But now they got to adjust and take away the three-point line because, as we just saw, you get hot, it can put you back in a game real fast.
We want to thank Hy-Vee, who is our sponsor here tonight on the Ripon Channel. And we are glad that you have joined us on the Ripon Channel. Tell all your family and friends. That's youtube.com/Ripon Channel. We are at halftime. I'm Lind Krause along with Kirsten Sauerbrei. And it's Ripon 42, Two Rivers 27. Just a couple of notes that we'll pass along regarding, first off, the South Central Conference. The conference was won by Mauston during the regular season. They went 13-1, and they were one game better than the Berlin Indians, who finished 12-2. So it was a nice conference championship for Mauston. Other games being played from the South Central Conference here tonight as the regionals begin. It's Wautoma playing at Arcadia, Bloomer at Adams Friendship, Westfield at Amherst, Nakusa plays at Necedah, Wisconsin Dells at Lodi, New Holstein at Omro, and Oshkosh Valley Christian is at Laconia tonight. That's not in the South Central Conference, but thought we'd mention that as that is nearby in boys basketball. Kirsten, I wanted to ask you one thing I did hear, and you'll have to tell me a little bit about how much you know about it. But Nakusa went through the conference season, right, with 0 wins, was that, or did they have a couple of wins in the conference?
So Nakusa had a couple in the conference. It was Wautoma that didn't have any. Yep.
Now, but Nakusa then went to Necedah in the first round of the playoffs and won, didn't they?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that was a bit of a surprise, to tell you the truth, because they were also on the road. But nonetheless, Nakusa did that, so, good for the girls, at least get a tournament win, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you love about March. You never know who's going to show up and what's going to happen, so that's why you always got to give 100% when you're out there, because, I mean, you have that short time to play, and if you don't give it all you have, you're going home.
For the Two Rivers Purple Raiders, now they play in the Eastern Wisconsin Conference. They went 6-8 in the conference. The conference was won by Brillion. They went 14-0 in the conference, and as we mentioned early in the broadcast, the winner of this game tonight will play at Brillion on Friday night. The second team in the Eastern Wisconsin Conference was Manitowoc Roncalli, who went 12-2. So that's regarding the Eastern Wisconsin Conference. Also wanted to pass along the top teams as the tournament begins. In Division I, it's Wisconsin Lutheran. So they're probably the top team in the state, 24-0. So they seem to be rolling pretty well. Division II, the number 1 team is Port Washington. They are 23-1. Division III is Freedom. They are 23-1. Division IV is Kewanee, unbeaten at 24-0. And in Division IV, nearby Lamira, they are the 3rd-ranked team in Division IV with a record of 23-1. Division V has Kickapoo with the top team. They are 22-2. Nearby would be Oakfield. They're the 9th-ranked team in Division 5 with a record of 21-3. Kirsten, I don't know, have you been following the girls basketball tournament, the teams and things of that nature? Anything either surprises you or, let us know kind of what you have that you've heard?
Yeah, following a little bit. Still trying to wrap up with our season and just all the things that come. Obviously, with state coming up, we'll tune into that. But see Wisconsin Dells is doing really well. We got to take them on twice this season, and just a really great team. I wish them all the best, and hope that they can win state, just because it's cool to see someone from our conference that we compete against win state. So, and then just shout out to Oshkosh Lords too. Their coach over there, Allie Starr, she's awesome. She helped me a lot with just my coaching career and getting everything started. So I know that they're also headed to state, so best of luck to them.
I don't know, I was checking the brackets today for the girls, and in Division 3, I see on Thursday night, Laconia has quite a battle playing Oostburg.
Yes, I think that's going to be a great matchup. I mean, Oostburg has been dominating this whole year, but so is Laconia. So
now, Oostburg is the reigning champs, too, right?
They are.
And I also think that Oostburg knocked Laconia out in the semifinal last year. Was that correct?
I believe so, because then they ended up winning it all. Yeah. So I think it's going to be a good game. I'm excited to watch it.
And that game, by the way, is at Sheboygan South, if I recall on that too. All right. Well, Kirsten, after your first season has been completed here, and give us a little review and how did things go for you? I know it's your first year as a coach. You're a young coach, just a few years out of college, and kind of give us a review of how things went for you.
Yeah, the season, was everything I could have asked for. Obviously, the outcome of wins, you always want to have more wins, but at the end of the day, this year wasn't about getting a lot of wins. It was really about setting a foundation for a program that I'm trying to build, and just being able to be a role model for those girls. I know being able to only coach the seniors this year for 1 year, I wish them all the best of luck, and just hope that they really felt the love in their last year. And for the girls that have more years to come, I'm just really excited to work with them. And we were kind of talking before, but I get a whole summer with them to actually help them grow and get in the gym and work on things that both myself I see as a coach, but also that they want to work on. So really just excited for what's to come. And yeah, this year full circle, it's been awesome, and I'm just really looking forward to it, especially getting my hands on the youth program and getting to work with the youth and starting where it all begins, which is from third grade and up.
So yeah, tell us a little bit about as a head coach, the time you get to spend with the underclassmen during the off season.
Yeah, so now with new WIAA rules, I'll be able to spend all of June and July with them. It used to only be like 5 contact days is what you could have, but they changed it to 2 full months. So we'll get to play summer league this year and then have practices throughout those 2 months, and kind of structure it any way that I'd like to, so we can just focus on a lot of fundamental things, because at the end of the day, that's where it starts, is being able to take care of the basketball with both our right and left hand, and being able to shoot kind of both in the paint, but also for some of the girls that can knock down the 3 ball when we need it most.
I'm sure you're an advocate for these girls to play multiple sports. How do you balance that with the program?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that they play multiple sports. I think it builds team chemistry. You learn so many different things playing different sports, but also having that balance where they're not just getting so exhausted because they're going from sport to sport to sport, and having that balance when they're in softball season to really focus on softball and have fun with it. Same with any sport they play, but the opportunity that they do have free time to be able to lock in and work hard at basketball for the short amount of time that we're in the gym over the summer.
Okay. Well, we're about to start the second half here. And again, as mentioned, the Tigers lead at 42-27. And the Purple Raiders will get the ball to begin this second half. Now a 3 from the left corner, no good. Noah Shilcox was hot in the first half, but he misses his first shot here in half number 2. So the Tigers go the other way. Here's Polash making a nice drive down the lane, and he banks it up and in. first points for Logan Polash here tonight. And a nice job as Ripon opens up a 17-point lead. Forcing his way in there was Trayton Malik, but he missed the shot on the left baseline. And Ripon got the defensive rebound, and it's Polash again. Fighting his way in there, in the lane, off glass again. 2 in a row for Logan Polash, and you have to be impressed with his strength getting in there. So the Tigers come out strong to begin this second half. There's a 3 from the right corner, air ball by the tall 6'7" Xander Kupar, and Ripon quickly the other way. It was Donovan trying to do a cross-court pass, but it's knocked out of bounds by Two Rivers.
I love that Logan Polash is looking to attack the hoop. I mean, number 12 is guarding him. He has 4 threes right now. Get him in foul trouble. It's smart basketball right there. And
the Shillcocks has 2 fouls in the game so far. So Polash will inbound the ball almost to the corner. Gets it to Brewer, who drives in the lane. Little floater. Good. Hit the dead spot on the back of the rim and bounced down. You know, when I was a kid, they called that a brick, but it went in. So for Two Rivers, they have not had a good start here now to the second half. There's a 3 off the back of the rim, no good. Donovan tips the ball on a rebound, and he was fouled on the loose ball.
Every possession Two Rivers has taken so far in the second half has been a 3, and obviously they haven't been able to knock it down, so Ripon's getting lucky, but still got to take that away so they can't knock them down.
We talked about foul trouble, and for Noah Shillcox, who's hit those 4 threes, that is his 3rd personal foul, first team of the half. Again, it's Polash in the lane, gets it to Donovan underneath the basket. He'll dip it off now to Brewer, who drives up and in. He puts it in, Tyler Brewer. Ripon just playing with so much confidence right now. You can just see it. And Two Rivers is kind of on their heels. There's a turnaround shot around the rim, no good. Donovan the board. Here's Blake Bradley the other way for Ripon. At the free throw line, he faked the shot. Gets it to Kastenschmidt, who takes a 3 in the wing, just short. And the Purple Raiders will come the other way. That's Mott with the ball. Out on top here now to Malik. Over to the right wing. Couple of dribbles. Free throw line jumper off the front of the rim. No good by Henry Mott. Here comes Ripon the other way with Bradley. He's going to go and dip it off now to the left corner. Kastenschmidt. And it's Polash driving the lane for a 3rd time. And he puts it up and in. 6 quick points in 3 minutes for Logan Polash. And the Tigers have built a huge lead now, 52-27. So Two Rivers struggling here. Left side, there's a 3 around on those soft rims. Good by Colton Piles. And Two Rivers needed a basket desperately, and they've got one there. Now here's Bradley. Over to the right side, that's Kastenschmidt. Back to Bradley. Little jumper, right corner. Good. A nice smooth jumper by Blake Bradley. I'm just in awe of how Ripon has started this half. Very smooth and very aggressive, and they've done a very good job here.
I would agree. I mean, they let Two Rivers come back a little bit. Didn't end the first half how they wanted to, and now coming out in the second half, that's what you got to do to get a win.
Trayton Malik with a nice drive, though, on the left side gives 2 points to the Purple Raiders. Now Kastenschmidt a 3 from the right corner, no good. The rebound by Henry Mott, and Two Rivers comes the other way as we hit the 14-minute mark in the second half. Driving, stopping, going out now. Dayton Glant with the ball. He's at the free throw line, behind the back dribble. Oh, Donovan stole it away. Oh, it's loose on the floor, and we're going to have a foul. Looks like the foul is going to be on, is it on Donovan? Yep. Devin Donovan, we talked about him pre-game, Kirsten, about not getting into foul trouble, and he has done better than that. That's his first foul of the game, first team foul. Ripon on the night, only 4 personal fouls. There's a long 3. Oh, and he hit it. Noah Shillcox with his 5th three-pointer. Boy, when he hits them, they go down nice and easy. Nothing but net on that one. Here's Bradley with a three, top of the key. No good, hits out of bounds, and it will go to Ripon. I beg your pardon, to Rivers. So a timeout with 13 minutes, 27 seconds remaining here in this second half. Ripon 54, 2 Rivers 35. And Kirsten, we just mentioned it a moment ago. We have to be impressed with the way Ripon started the second half.
Yeah, they're really looking to push the ball, and they're taking outside shots, but also getting in the paint, which is huge. A lot of different people have scored for Ripon tonight, which is always helpful. I mean, if one person, can't make something go, you rely on your teammate to knock it down, and Ripon's just doing a good job at attacking, kicking out, and just constantly doing that and getting buckets.
And we also mentioned Logan Polash with 6 points here in this second half, driving the ball in the lane. All right, well, the timeout. Each team now with 3 timeouts remaining. And it will be the Purple Raiders who will bring the ball up. Over to the left side now. That's Shilcox. Him with the 15 points on 5 threes. Number 12 there. He goes back out. Out on top to Caddo. Gavin Caddo. Here's Piles with it. Right side. Caddo tries to get it to Piles, but it's turned over. And Bradley had it to Brewer. Nice feed to Eric Cumber, who puts it up and in on a nice layup. Good ball movement. Here comes 2 Rivers the other way. Glant with it. Over to the right side, Piles. Right corner, Caddo. He's just a sophomore. Goes cross court to Yang on the corner. Piles with it. Gavin Caddo drives into the lane just outside. There's Shilcox again. Wanted the 3, but Cumber, good defense to prevent that shot for a second time as well on the wing. And we've got a trap. Turnovers look like this, at least how I have them. 2 Rivers with 11, Ripon with 6. Kastenschmidt back in, Brewer out. And Ripon has the ball. It'll be Carson Kaiser to bring the ball up for the Ripon Tigers. And what do we have? A whistle and a foul. Looks like it's going to be on 2 Rivers on the defensive end. Maybe a little hold. Gavin Caddo, his second personal. It's the second team foul of the half for the Purple Raiders. Here's Polash with it. He's driving the ball. Oh, he lost his footing, but Cumber picked up the loose change to Bradley. Floater, no good. And the rebound comes out to Yang for the Purple Raiders. He gets control, gets it to Caddo into the left side. Cross court for a 3. No good this time by Shilcox. And Kaiser got the rebound. Lost control of his dribble, but picked it up. Here's Cumber, baseline, tries to get it to Kaiser, couldn't do it. And it's a turnover. 2 Rivers the other way, driving left side. Beautiful play by Dayton Glant. What a nice move. Shifted the ball from right to left, went to the left side and laid it up and in. Here's Polash now, over to Kastenschmidt. Kaiser drives, and he's going to be fouled on the drive with 11:11 remaining in this second half. The foul on, let's see, Tyson Yang, number 5. It's his first, team's third. Ripon with some substitutions. Reed Stolfus is in. Donovan returned, and looks like Brewer returned. Here's Donovan with it. Bumps the ball out to Kastenschmidt. Stolfus, Polash.
2 Rivers back in their 2-3 zone, trying to switch up their defense a little bit.
And Polash drives to the basket. No good. Donovan tried to tip the ball to a teammate, but he was unable to do so. He knocked it out of bounds. Do coaches have a preference whether you tip a rebound or you try and grab it? I think you want them to grab it, don't you?
Grab that ball. That's ours. We own that ball.
Here's a 3, no good. And the rebound is from the offensive end by Glant. He goes up for a shot. He didn't make the shot, but he drew a foul. So Devin Donovan gets a second personal in about a minute here. And it's Dayton Glant who will get 2 free throws. And he swishes that one. Ripon was up by 21. They're now up by 18. Two Rivers had it within 10 late in the first half, but Ripon has been able to regain the lead and has done a good job with it. Dayton Glant hits the second free throw. 56-39, Tigers over the Purple Raiders. 10:40 remains in the second half. Tyler Brewer to bring it up. Over to Garrett, who comes into the game. And losing the ball was Donovan. It's a turnover. And a long pass to Piles underneath. It was blocked. Out of bounds it goes, but Two Rivers will retain possession. Piles found himself with his back to the basket, and he couldn't turn around, and when he did, he got the ball blocked. The inbound, it's almost stolen by Brewer, but Yang was able to retrieve the loose ball. Shilcox now into the corner with a nice drive, lost the ball out of bounds, but it was knocked out, I think either by Garrett or Stolfus. So Ripon, I beg your pardon, Two Rivers will get the ball underneath their basket right side. They get the inbound to Cadow. There's a three. That's going to be short. And it was trying to be saved by Gavin Cadow. It's the second time we've seen that move. He kind of throws it behind him. But no one there that time, so it goes out of bounds.
It's good effort. We like to see the effort.
It was a good effort indeed, yes. All right, so Brewer gets it now to Garrett on the inbound. And Brewer will go back to Landon Garrett. Now we switch sides to the right side. Stolfus to Donovan underneath. Out on top. Now left side, Garrett for three. Perfect. That left corner has been hot all season long. And Landon Garrett hits a three. Tigers go back up by 20. Making a move now, Shilcox off the glass. What a nice move by Noah Shilcox, the senior. Here's Garrett the other way for the Tigers. The Brewer free throw line, he's going to draw a foul. Dribbling between a couple of players. And Ripon will get the ball on a side out. 4 new players coming in for the Purple Raiders. The foul, by the way, is on Gavin Cadow, his 3rd and 4th as a team. Garrett will inbound to Tyler Brewer in the backcourt, who brings it up to the front court. Now Garrett. Bradley was posting up. Brewer, left side, Stolfus three, no good. Rebound, Bradley up, no good. And Xander Kupar makes the defensive rebound. Going right down Watson Street. Nice move there by Dayton Glant. He drew a foul. He saw an opening, Kirsten, and he took it and drew a foul.
That's what you got to do, especially when you're down. What can you do to get some points, but also get to the free throw line, get your team to be in bonus, and
you score points with the clock stopped, which is pretty important when you're behind. Dayton Glant makes the free throw. The foul, by the way, was on Reed Stolfus. His first, team's 3rd of the half. Stolfus goes out, and let's see, Polash came back in. Second free throw, another swisher by Dayton Glant. He's 4 of 4 at the free throw line. So here we go. Bradley to Polash. High wing left side, stops. Oh, his pass stolen away. And Polash steals the ball away again, but not before he fouled the intended recipient, which was Trayton Mallett. So that's just bad. Not taking care of the ball for Ripon that time.
Yep.
So Logan, 2nd personal and 4th team. Now Two Rivers with it. Out on top it was Mott. He goes way out on high to Malik. Oh, underneath. Found an opening. Oh, he overshot. The basket was Dayton Glant. Had a great opportunity but missed it. And Ripon got the defensive rebound. Here's Polash now for the Tigers between the circles. A little bit to the right side, goes to Brewer. Bounce pass to a posted up Bradley, but Brewer gets it back. Polash left wing. There's Bradley in the lane. Little shot off glass, no good. Got his own rebound. Tipped it up and in. He had good position, and Two Rivers not in good position on the defensive boards. Approaching the 8-minute mark here in the second half. For Two Rivers, it's going to be Mott with the ball. Out now to Glant. Glant makes a move again down the lane. Drew the foul, and there's that aggressiveness, Kirsten, we just discussed a moment ago. The foul on Landon Garrett. Third personal, fifth team foul. And it's Dayton Glant to the free throw line to shoot 2. And he's perfect at the line tonight. 5 out of 5. Brett Kastenschmidt will come into the game. And Landon Garrett goes out. And Dayton Glant will get a second free throw. And this one also good. Well, he's a good free throw shooter. I'll tell you that. On the season, let's see. I don't have his free throw percentage on the season. But nonetheless, he is 6 out of 6. Here's Tyler Brewer to the hoop. Missed this layup. It's tipped out, though, by Kupar of Two Rivers. And the Tigers will retain possession. Leading here by 16, 61-45. Official picks up something on the floor. Gives it to a player, just what he wants, right? The way you giving it to me, it's on the floor. It's pretty dirty. I don't want it. Probably threw it over his shoulder. Here's Kastenschmidt on the post up. Back to Brewer. Left side Polash. One step dribble, passes it to Bradley. Back to Polash. And he'll drop down to Donovan. Couple dribbles and back to Polash. There's Kastenschmidt on the post up at the free throw line. Now back to Brewer. One dribble to the left. A 3, no good. Rebound out of there to Kastenschmidt. The Polash will drive in the circle. He throws it up, no good. Now the rebound comes down to Xander Kupar for the Purple Raiders. Long pass, Shilcox 3. No good off the back of the rim. And Bradley the rebound for Ripon. And Bradley will go over to the right side here now to Polash. Between the circles. Ripon doesn't really have to take, I mean, they can take their time here. No shot clock. Leading by 16. Wide open in the middle was Kastenschmidt, who lays it up and in. Nice find by Blake Bradley.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a great example of Ripon taking their time and just moving the ball around until they get a good shot that, you know, they're happy with. And that's what you got to do when you're up by 18 with 6.5 minutes left.
And there's a shot. He didn't call it off the glass, but it went in for a 3 for Dayton Glant. And it's 63-48. Here's Polash with it for the Tigers. Dribbles to the wing right side, stops, back to the basket. Goes to Kastenschmidt, who had posted up at the free throw line, and goes back to Polash. He'll drive, right corner, 3, Bradley. No good, but he drew a foul. That's got to kill you as a coach when you're fouling on a 3-point shot. Oh my. That's a tough thing. But Bradley will get 3. The foul is on Henry Mott, his first personal, 5th team of the half. And then you put your second best free throw shooter at the line, and lo and behold, he missed. The first free throw miss for the Tigers tonight. At that point, they were 12 out of 12. So the second one is good for Bradley. And here's the third one. And this one is also up and good for Blake Bradley. Under 6 minutes now. Two Rivers, a lot of work to do. Being down by 17. Glant with it. Shilcox. Nice post up there by Malik. Turns around off glass. Good. Trayton Malik. Nice shot. Now Bradley the other way for the Tigers. Goes over to Polash. And we're going to have a foul. Got to ask you quick, are you in favor of a shot clock in high school basketball?
You know, that's a hard question, but I do have to say the adjustment from college to high school with no shot clock is so different.
Here's Kastenschmidt at the free throw line. No good. The ball's loose on the floor. Oh, just saved by Dayton Glant. Well, we'll delve into that a little bit more, and maybe at the end of the game we'll talk a little more about it. Here is Shilcox with a shot too hard off the glass. Donovan got the rebound. The other way now with Bradley. Goes to Brewer. They're going to take their time a little bit, use some of this clock, leading by 15, 65-50. Bradley, 3 left wing, off the back of the iron, no good. Nice rebound by Dayton Glant. Quick, long pass. Oh, he tried to save it. Goes right to Bradley on a turnover, and Bradley's going to take it coast to coast, but he was blocked by Dayton Glant out of bounds. Wow. Up and down there, but Ripon will retain possession. Underneath the basket on the left side. Eric Cumber in, Devin Donovan out. To Bradley on the inbound, and to Brewer. Brewer stops, goes back out to Bradley, baseline floater, no good. And a running try by Kastenschmidt on the tip. He missed it. The rebound goes to the Purple Raiders, and here they come the other way. This is going to be Mott with it. Mott over here to Malik. Wing right side is Glant. Cross court, back to the top of the circle. I would think Two Rivers would be in a little more of a hurry here. Try and make something happen. Here's Shilcox with it. Over to the wing. Kupar, left side. Now 3, left corner, no good. Rebound, Blake Bradley, good box out there. And here comes Bradley the other way. Here's Brewer now. Cumber sees Kastenschmidt, but he was rejected by Xander Kupar. Nice block.
Yeah, I would agree. Used his height there.
He did indeed. All right, so we're going to have a timeout. And 3 minutes, 33 seconds to go. And I think this is just a... Nope, it's going to be a 30-second timeout. It's Ripon ahead, 65-50. 3:33 remaining. Let's quick revisit the shot clock. If you were going to do that, what would be your suggestion, boys and girls?
Yeah, so I think there are situations where, you know, in high school, you're getting just the concept of basketball at times and, you know, trying to figure out offense and, you know, just the movement of things. And so I think it's hard to have a shot clock where it's like, hey, let's work on this. Let's run this through. Let's, you know, really develop our skills. You know, especially at the JV2 level. Varsity may be a little different, but then there is times where it's like just constant back and forth and you wish there was a shot clock, so it made it a little more fun and interesting. Being able to play at a shot clock, I think it's fun because it keeps the game, the pace of play a lot faster, and so I would say yes to shot clocks at the end of the day.
What seconds would you give boys and girls?
Oh, I'd have to think about that one,
okay.
You know?
Okay.
I say yes to the shot clocks. Let me think about how many seconds I would put on.
Okay, you have to the end of the game, and we'll try and get your answer.
All right, so 3 minutes and 23 seconds on our shot clock. Does that work?
It does for Ripon, leading by 15. All right, what do we have going on here? Looks like I think we have a foul on Two Rivers, and it's going to be on number 4, Caden Essert. And so that puts Ripon in the bonus. I missed the foul as we were talking about the shot clock there, but Logan Polash will go to the line, and he'll make his first free throw, so he gets the bonus throw. 66-50, Tigers. Winner goes to Brilliant Friday night. Second one, good by Logan Polash. He's had a fantastic second half, all 8 points in the second half for Logan. And that's senior leadership right there.
That's right. Absolutely. Leave it all on the court, especially last time playing at home.
Here's a shot taken. No good by Gavin Caddo. Rebound to Blake Bradley. Ripon going to take their time here. This is Brewer over to Polash. Kastenschmidt to Brewer. Thinking about shooting, but Ripon's going to use the clock here to their advantage. There's Kastenschmidt to Brewer again. Now over to Polash. He's going to drive, but brings it back out to Kastenschmidt. Jump pass to Brewer. And Brewer's just going to back up. Nope, he's going to, he lost the ball, but he's underneath the basket, and he lays it up and in after he was able to regain possession. Tyler Brewer. Now the Purple Raiders. Now we're under about 2:20 to go. Here's a jump shot, no good. And Blake Bradley with a running rebound on the missed shot. So Logan Polash will walk the ball up. The Tigers 69, the Purple Raiders 50. Not much the Purple Raiders can do here. They want the ball back. Ripon is just going to play catch here, take their time. So unless there's a three. Oh, no good. And Two Rivers gets the rebound. And it goes now to Piles in the lane. He goes off glass, no good. Bradley got the rebound again. So Two Rivers unable to get the basket after the missed three by the Tigers. And now we're at $1:40 remaining in the second half. So here's Eric Cumber with it over to Brewer. It's kind of, we're just kind of watching Ripon. Oh, there's a bad pass inside, so it's a turnover. And Ripon giving Two Rivers every opportunity to score here in these last couple of possessions. But Two Rivers not able to take advantage, so let's see if they can do it this time. Turnaround shot blocked by Kastenschmidt. What a nice block. Now to Piles. He's in the lane, bringing it back out. Over to the right side is Yang in the corner as we approach a minute. Eric Cumber with a steal, and he lays it up and in. Nice job, Eric Cumber on the interception. So now we're going to have another timeout. I think it's just a substitution timeout. Let's see here. Yeah, Landon Garrett's going to come in. Blake Bradley out. 58.7 seconds remaining in this second half. Tigers in a comfortable lead here now. 71-50. Well, Cumber was already in the game. I don't know. That's kind of a strange thing. Because he just made the layup, didn't he? So,
yeah.
And he went out. I don't think he's supposed to come back in right away. But
yeah, I think they want to, obviously, looking to play on
seniors,
Friday.
Yeah. And get the seniors in for their last home game. Here's a nice move by Sullivan Eng, a sophomore. He puts it up and in. So now the Tigers, with just 40 seconds remaining, will walk the ball up. Whether they take another shot or not, I guess we'll wait to be seen here.
This is where, if you're a Two Rivers fan, you say yes to the shot clock, please. Give us all the shot clocks you can. Yeah, it's kind of a long wait here because the game is going to be, certainly it is in hand. And now we're just kind of waiting as Ripon runs the clock off. The fans will give the home team a nice send-off and a nice win in the tournament here for the Ripon Tigers, who win their tournament game and will head to Brillion on Friday with our final score, the Ripon Tigers 51 and the Two Rivers Purple Raiders 52. The Tigers will continue their season with 9 wins and 16 losses. The Purple Raiders will end their season with 7 wins and 18 losses. Kirsten, before I get to the scoring, just a quick analysis of what you thought would happen here tonight. What did we learn here? Yeah, I think Ripon did a good job right off the bat, coming out, kind of controlling the pace of the game. Two Rivers, looking to get back with the three ball, and I think Ripon just did a good job in the coming in halftime, coming out in the second half, and just adjusting to that and taking it away and controlling the rest of the game, and not really giving an opportunity to come back after that. So. Great work by Ripon, and I think, they have a challenging matchup on Friday, but that's what March is up for. It's, to go into places and win, right? And to upset teams, nothing better than being the underdog team. So. And the other thing that you like to see in the tournament is you face teams that you just don't face during the regular season. That's right. Yeah. Yep, they haven't seen Two Rivers yet, so, this is a new matchup, and so will Friday. With Brilliant, absolutely. Okay, here's the scoring. First for the Purple Raiders, they had 52 on the night. It was Dayton Glant who had 11. He had a terrific second half. Sullivan Eng with 2, Tyson Yang with 2. Noah Shilcox, he was the star for Two Rivers. He had 5 threes, 17 total points. Trayton Malik, he had 12 points.
Xander Kupar, the 6'7" senior, was pretty much a non-factor here tonight. Only had 2 points. Colton Piles rounded out the scoring for the Purple Raiders with 6. For the Ripon Tigers scoring, Brett Kastenschmidt had 6. Eric Cumber with 4. Tyler Brewer had a good night. He had 18 points. It was Landon Garrett with 3. Devin Donovan 4. Blake Bradley had 26 this evening. Cameron Grenier 2. Logan Polash had 8, and those 8 were all in the second half. So the Tigers with the win here tonight. We also want to thank Hy-Vee for our sponsorship here this evening. It certainly was appreciated. As far as the turnovers go, Two Rivers had 13. The Tigers had 10. So a nice win, really, Kirsten, for Ripon with this one, 71-52.
Yes, I would agree. It's been a pleasure, and enjoyed getting to do this.
All right, now the answer about the the shot clock. If it was me, if I was king, I would probably have both the boys and girls have a 40 seconds on the shot clock.
You know, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say 40 seconds because, you know, it's not too much. It's not enough where it's fast-paced, but I would say 40 seconds to be able to just experiment with it.
Yeah.
And from there, you know, adjust if needed.
The one thing I would say is it would at least help a little bit with, the fouling towards the last 5 minutes of a game if the game is kind of back and forth, and therefore I just think 40 seconds would be a pretty good one.
I mean, why not? I mean, we might as well just go to the WIA tonight and let's get it in, right?
All right, and then before I let you go then, as now your season has ended and you've started, the off season. What give us again another example, or at least what you're looking to do here in these next several months, at least until school starts then in August.
Yeah, get in the gym. I mean, you can't get better without getting in the gym, and that's something I'm just really excited for, being able to work with all the girls individually on things, like I said, I've seen just this year, but also things that, they've said, hey, Coach, I want to work on this, and being able to really focus on those things. It's hard in season to always get better at the little things that you want to, and off season is truly where that happens, and I think a summer can change an athlete, right? If you're in the gym and you're getting in the weight room, putting up shots, all the things, I mean, that can really change something. And I think we have just so many athletes. We had our end of the season player meetings, and so many of them started by saying, what's up for the summer? What are we doing for the summer? And, I'm about to tell them all shortly what that's going to be. And it's awesome to hear them wanting to, look forward to getting in the gym and getting stronger and just building our team chemistry, which is going to be huge. And like I said, it starts in the summer and moves into basketball season, because come basketball season, you can't always, become great, right? You can improve over the season, but you really become great in the off season. And I think as someone that's been an athlete, I've seen that most to myself, and, can pour into these girls just that. So
the other thing is you must be happy that there's excitement.
Absolutely.
That's taking place here.
Yes, I mean, we had youth night. If we're just going to talk youth quick, night against Watoma. It was awesome. I mean, just the girls in the stands cheering and just so loud and just excited. And then afterwards, post-game autographs just coming up to all of our players, and just, beyond excited for that. And our team too. I mean, just the energy has been so real, and it makes me just so excited to want to help them. And I've just been really blessed with a great group of girls, especially coming in my first year, and I'm just really excited. We've already started, talking to some of the 8th graders and working with them. They've come to a couple practices, and we've gone to their games, and they just seem excited too. And so it feels really good to know that this group is ready to start building this foundation, but also changing the culture. Just
mention I guess a little bit about how the youth program works.
Yeah. So the youth program, I mean, we have a wonderful youth board that's kind of in charge of the youth program, but 3rd through 8th grade, all the kiddos, each have their own coaches, and they go and play in different youth tournaments. And then you have 7th and 8th grade school ball on top of that, so you can kind of get their hands on the ball a little bit more. And then, for the sake of me, I can coach the youth throughout the summer up until the first day of school, which is really cool for my sake. And then just running youth camps and having, the high school girls interacting with the youth girls to get them excited. Just all of it, as much as we're able to do, I think is huge, especially coming in as a first-year coach. A lot of people tell me, a program isn't built overnight, right? Rome isn't built in a day, and it isn't. It really does start at the youth level, and that's why I want to pour into these girls and know that, whether you're in 3rd grade or you're in 8th grade, going to be coming up to high school next year, or even my high school girls, I'm here for them. I want to make a difference in their lives, and I want them at the end of the day to enjoy basketball and walk away as a better person and an athlete.
Okay, just we'll kind of finish up here with this boys game here tonight in the Tigers. Now, Ripon's going to face a tough, brilliant team, but you have to be encouraged with how Ripon played tonight going into that game on Friday.
Absolutely, I think so. I mean, again, it's all about tempo, and I think when Ripon, starts looking to get passes inside, outside, and getting a lot of different people scoring. You look at the score book here, and I mean, multiple people are putting up numbers for them, and that's huge. Like I said, when one person maybe just can't get a bucket to fall, your teammate steps up and knocks it down, and you're going to go and face a really good team. But even really good teams have areas where they're weak, right? And what is Ripon going to do to attack those weak areas? I think is going to be huge. And they got to be on their game. They got to limit the turnovers. We saw a couple turnovers tonight that were just silly mistakes, and how can they just avoid that in total so that way they can have the ball in their hands as much as possible.
Okay, very good. Well, Kirsten, it's been a pleasure working the game with you. You did a terrific job, and we thank you for your time and your insight. We really appreciate that. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Anytime. I love it. It's full circle moment, and nothing better than being back in my alma mater.
All right. Fantastic. Okay, the final again was the Ripon Tigers 71 and the Two Rivers Purple Raiders 52. The Tigers will play Friday night at Brillion. All right, well, we want to thank Nyla and Riley for putting the game on the air for us here on the Ripon Channel. We certainly do appreciate that, and they did a terrific job. And so we do certainly want to thank them. And so that's our broadcast here tonight. Again, the Tigers win it 71-52. For Kirsten Sauerbrei, I'm Lynn Krause. Thank you for watching and listening to the Ripon Channel, to Ripon High School boys basketball. Have a pleasant evening.